What's up with y'all, right? Listen, if it's anything that I can ever do or say to help my black people or try to give them advice, even though I know they don't give two F's because they don't know who I am, I means nobody to them because I'm not famous, I'm not popular, I ain't got no big YouTube or big TikTok channel. So at the end of the day, most of them ain't gonna listen. But for me to know in my heart that I at least tried because I care, the one thing I want to say is we got to stop fighting each other. It doesn't. I'm not the first, and I'm gonna be the last person to try to preach this to our own community and everything like that. But we got to stop fighting each other. We all screaming Black Lives Matter. We all screaming, that nobody, the YT man ain't looking out for us, or nobody looking out for us, but we not even looking out for each other. And then the small few that do decide to try to look out for their community, build a store, start a business, we be the first ones to tear them down. Pick apart the reason what's going wrong with they restaurant. Why they menu so high? Why this cost this much? They try to build a clothing brand. Why your clothes cost too much and this, that, and the third? We be the first ones to try to pick them apart on why they clothes is cost too much or why they food this, that, and the third. But we don't never go into the fancy people stores and question them and ask them why this and why that. We don't ask for a discount. We don't ask for a handout. We just pay what it is. And then we want to hop online and brag about the fact that we spent $2,500 for a pair of pants. We spent $3,500 for a belt. You know what I mean? But the one thing that we need to start doing is literally helping build each other up. Try to invest in our own community. But when you get people that decide to want to invest in their own community, it's that small few who just don't give a F. And they go out, they break into the store, or they throw trash on the ground, or they try to harm you and everything like that. So now, you know what, man? I'm finna pack my business up and I'm finna go somewhere else. So now our community is left in the hands of who? YT people or the government? Left in the hands of people who don't give nothing about us. So then you have these little young kids out here running around stealing cars, breaking into houses, selling drugs, running into stores, stealing stuff that they think it costs money. They stealing name brand clothes and stuff like that just so they can either resell it or do whatever they gonna do with it. Then all of a sudden they end up in jail. They got a felony on their record. You know what I mean? They got a warrant out for their arrest or whatever the case may be. Now, guess what? When they get caught with all that merchandise, they got to pay it back. You know what I mean? That's $60,000, $70,000 worth of merchandise that y'all done stole. Or y'all vandalized the property. That's $60,000, $70,000 worth of damage. Then on top of that, you might not get lucky, and the judge might hit you with a $10,000 fine. So now you got a $10,000 fine. You got to do 2 years in prison. And you got to pay back all the damage that you done to that property. So now think about it this way, my fellow men and women. You $10,000 fine. You just caught a felony. You did 2 years in prison. And on top of that, you got to pay back the damages that you did to the property. So now you what? At the max, you $70,000 in debt, right? So when you get out of prison, you got $70,000 of debt that you into. It's hard enough for people to pay off $10,000 debts. And here you is, got to pay off $70,000. So what you got to do? You can't get a loan. You can't get a good job because now you got a felony. You can't get a good report for a nice property because your name bad. You can't go get a finance a car because your name bad. So you're starting off from the bottom already. You're starting off from the bottom already. So most of them, guess what they do? They decide to go straight back to the streets to what they know best. Scheming, lying, stealing. Deboing. Doing whatever they got to do to figure out a way. Most of them, they say, you know what, man? Hey, those couple of years I did in there, that was all I needed. And they try to figure out a way to get back on top the right way. Others, not so lucky. They get out here, they try to find a quick, fast, get rich scheme. Credit cards, Snapchat, or whatever the case may be. They try to find a fast way to get money to get back up. And then they dig themselves in a deeper hole. You know what I mean? And for us, some of us, we struggling, so it's just like, bro, I can't even help you. I can't give you $5, bro, to get you a meal because this is probably my last $5 in my pocket. Why I'm dressed all nice and looking all good is because I took care of my clothes. It looks like they brand new. It looks like I just went and bought these brand new J's, or I went and bought this brand new outfit, but I didn't. I just took care of my clothes the right way. I didn't wear my every day. So now dude looking at you like you lying because you sitting here with a fresh pair of J's on, him not knowing that you'd have had these J's for the last 5 years. Him not knowing that you'd have had this crispy t-shirt and these jeans for the last 2-3 years. So now he mad at you and everything like that. You know what I mean? So now it's just, oh, you ain't looking out for your community. You got the money, this, that, and that. Bro, I ain't got it. I'm hurting just like you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that I got all the answers. But what I do know is the ones that do have it, they try to give back. But the ones that don't have it, we penalize them for trying to shit on us or trying to think they better than us by trying to come back and give back clothes and shoes and little turkeys and stuff like that. I get it. To people who ain't got it, man, F that, man. I'm trying to figure out a way to get some money. So my idea of trying to help give back, if I ever get there, or for the ones that is already there, some people just need a hand up. So, hey, help pay somebody rent for a year. That's a big weight lifted off of somebody for a whole entire year. Now, do I feel like everybody deserve that? How do you know who is the right people to help pay off that rent? If you help pay off their rent for a whole year, is they going to be the people that's going to use that money to really try to bounce back and get their life on track? Or is they going to use it to go back and party and go buy fancy clothes and shoes and just be out here going on fancy trips and thinking that they the Joneses? Or are they going to really use this money to build themselves back up and get back on their feet Because now you don't have to worry about your rent for a whole year. You don't have to worry about your light bill for a whole year. You don't have to worry about a car note for a whole year. It's hard to determine who to help and when to help these people. But at the end of the day, if there's anything I could tell y'all, is we got to stop fighting each other, and we got to find a way to build each other up. We got to find a way to build up our own community and start trying to voice our own concerns in our own community about letting these kids run around stealing and robbing and making it seem like it's okay to run around with a switch on your hip. And I ain't gonna lie, young ladies, majority of the reason why these dudes do this is because they know, or if I act like this, I can still get me a little cutie, I can get me a little baddie. I guarantee you, young ladies, if y'all deny these dudes access to y'all, and that no matter how fine he is, no matter how much money he got, if you say, I don't like the hood attitude, I don't like this, I guarantee you they will switch up their attitude. They will switch up this whole bad boy image because they see that it's not getting them the pretty girl. It's not getting them the baddie. But as long as there's a girl that is a baddie and she's willing to laugh and entertain these wannabe hood dudes, they gonna keep doing the same thing. Fellas, we gotta get out here and we gotta stop trying to act like we 22, 23 years old again. We gotta hold these little young dudes accountable. But how do you hold somebody accountable that don't got no proper training and they got a switch on them and they willing to go crash out just because you trying to help correct their behavior? Do we just let them fall by the wayside? Because there is no way to correct their behavior. They don't want to learn. Hey, I'm not going to waste my life. I'm not going to waste my time trying to help correct somebody that don't want to learn. And for some of us, the only way for some of them to learn, they got to fall on that. You know what I mean? They got to hit rock bottom. And a lot of people don't learn until they hit rock bottom. And there is nobody to turn to that's going to love them or care for them like they think they got. A lot of my family members, they didn't learn until they realized that they homeboy or that the little dudes that they was running with didn't have their back until they got locked up. Now little homie ain't sending you no letters, he ain't writing you he ain't sending you no pictures, he ain't putting no money on your commissary. Your mama house get broken into, they don't go ride and slide for you. They don't know who did it. They don't care who did it. They got their own issues. Your little sister get gunned down in the middle of the street, sitting in the car. You ask your homeboys, man, what happened? Who did it? Man, I don't know, bro. They don't get two F's what happens. But when you was out there, guess what? Somebody did something to their family. Man, come and ride slide for me, bro. You ride and you slid for that dude. But you locked up. Hey, out of mind, out of sight is what they taught me. But we gotta start teaching them that putting yourself in debt is detrimental to the future of what we're trying to accomplish as a community. We have to start off by finding a way to get them to believe that working at this little McDonald's job, saving your money, getting your hair and your nails and your eyelashes done every week, putting on a pair of $200 J's every time they come out and hit the stores, you ain't doing nothing but blowing money. It's okay to wear some old school Reeboks, some old school Adidas and everything like that. That start bringing those back into style and everything like that. Matter of fact, let's find a way to endorse our own type of motherfucking shoe and make it famous. And therefore, now the YT man has to come and talk to this person because we are buying his shoe. So now he gonna have to come and do business with us to get in on our profit. Now look at Donald Trump. China done went over there, showed him the paperwork, showed him the numbers, and he seen how much money rolling in through TikTok. That man said, hold on. He went and told them to put a pause on that. Why? Because of money. So once we as a black community start realizing that it ain't all about partying, drinking, smoking, who got the flyest car, the flyest clothes, who can go to the fanciest trips and everything like that, who can post the best pictures on TikTok and Instagram. How about let's make a challenge, a TikTok challenge on who can give back the most, who can help build up their community the most. When you look outside and you look at your neighbors and everything like that, whether you're in the hood or you're in the slums, are you happy with what you see when you look outside? Or do you just care about yours and yours only? Or is that the problem, that you only care about yours and yours only? So I know I'm just rambling on right now. Y'all jump in my comments, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this topic. And if y'all like this topic and y'all share it and y'all follow me, I'll post another topic on this, and we'll have a further debate about it. But let's grow my YouTube channel. If y'all want to know, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Jump in my DMs or jump in my comments and let me know. And y'all can follow me on them other sites if y'all like what I'm talking about, if y'all feel like I'm going in the right direction, if this is a topic that's already been done or it need to be promoted and pushed, and everybody need to really talk about this and really figure out a way how to bring our black community together and help each other build businesses together, help each other figure out a way to build each other's credit together. Because I guarantee you, if people are honest with themselves, everybody is in some type of debt. Everybody want to ride around in Infinities and BMWs and Mercedes and everything like that. But they ain't really pointing out the fact that it took an arm and a leg to get there. They probably had their grandma co-sign for them or something like that. But at the end of the day, I want to try to figure out how we can, as a people, help build our community, help get our youth on the right track and not running around with switches and stealing cars and in and out of prison and everything like that. How can we walk down our own neighborhoods all over the world and be happy and safe? How can we go and buy a whole block where it ain't nothing but just us? And I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that. But y'all hit me back and let me know what y'all think. Is this a good topic to talk about? Is this something that we need to invest in? Helping each other out? You know, because some people, they struggling because all they need is maybe just a little helping hand with their credit. Or if somebody, because man, I ain't gonna lie to you, somebody paid off my rent for a whole entire year and I ain't had to worry about my rent, and all I had to do was just worry about a car note and a light bill, man, that'll help me be able to do a lot of other things. Save up a lot of extra money. What if my light bill was paid off for a whole year, or my car note was paid off for a whole year? For a lot of us, we know that if our rent, our light bill, or our car note was paid off for a whole entire year, that extra money can go to a lot of important things to take a lot of weight off our shoulders. And there's a lot of people out here who are in position to help people pay off their rent or their car note or anything like that for a whole entire year. So y'all jump in the comments. If somebody was to pay off your car note or rent for a whole entire year, what would you do with the extra money?